If you want to get into freelance video editing, but you're overwhelmed, unsure where to start, or scared you'll never make any money doing it, this is for you. In this video, I'll show you how you can become a freelance video editor in just 90 days, using a step-by-step 12-week plan to bring you from absolute beginner to someone who confidently gets paid for their video editing work. Because if you don't take action now, a year from today, your editing won't be better, your inbox won't be full of clients, and your dream of freelancing will still just be a dream. Week 1. Laying the groundwork. If you're building a house, you need the right tools to do so. The same applies if you want to edit videos, and picking the right tools for that can feel like a nightmare. So let me simplify it for you. I recommend Premiere Pro if you want to take this seriously. Its integration with other Adobe Creative Suite tools, like After Effects or Photoshop, is simply unmatched by any of the alternatives. And even as a video editing freelancer, your work might require you to design things, which would be Photoshop or Illustrator. Or you might need to quickly make beautiful motion graphics, which would be After Effects. I see a lot of people talk about DaVinci, and while it's definitely better for color grading, and it's definitely cheaper, I just think with the reasons I just listed and Adobe's expansive ecosystem of plugins that make your workflow a lot faster, it's the best bet right now. Not saying that can't change in the future, I'm open to it, but feel free to disagree with me in the comments. However, if you literally don't have the money to buy Adobe products yet, go with DaVinci. Go with Final Cut. It really doesn't matter that much, because a lot of the skills you learn for these softwares carry over if you need to switch later. So don't stress over which one you pick at the start. Once you choose your software, watch a long-form tutorial that gives you some practice footage to follow along with, because it's much better to learn by doing than just watching a tutorial of someone else doing it themselves. And if you want to learn Premiere Pro, there's a link to try it for free in the description below, and my channel has a ton of tutorials that teach you how to use it. You can check them out after this video. Once you learn the basics of your chosen software, you can use the rest of week 1 to create your first project. I still remember my first edit where I made a how to shoot a basketball video, and it was awful. I used like 10 crossfade transitions in 30 seconds, but it taught me more than watching tutorials ever could. Week 2 is all about repetition and real-world practice. So we're gonna start by recreating projects that others have done. And here are 3 ideas that I would recommend starting with. 1, a TikTok-style short with captions. 2, a simple talking head YouTube video. 3, a simple cinematic B-roll montage with music. And you can use free stock footage for this. The goal this week isn't to be perfect. It's to start building muscle memory and begin identifying what goes into a great edit, like pacing, cutting, sound design, color, and more. Now, at the same time, start watching 1 to 2 videos a day from editors or creators that you admire. While you're watching, pause those videos and take notes. Ask yourself things like, why did they make a cut there? How did they build up energy and then slow it down so suddenly? What sound effects did they layer in? You're building up what I call your editor's eye, which means you can watch a video, understand why certain decisions were made, and even what elements were used, and how they were pieced together to achieve the desired outcome. Weeks 3 to 4, choose a niche and learn it. Videos fall into 3 core categories: educational, entertainment, and commercial. Inside those, there are niches: talking head, vlogs, lifestyle, short-form content, podcast editing, course editing, gaming videos, weddings, events, ads, promotions, and so much more. Personally, I've dabbled in a lot of these niches, but I landed on educational content because it felt the most impactful for me. But you may choose to edit entertainment videos like some of these channels, because they made a big impact in your life, or you just like them. But no matter what you edit, the fundamentals are usually the same: pacing, sound, visuals, emotion, but the emphasis shifts. So gaming content might mean fast cuts and humorous storytelling, whereas weddings might be beautiful color grading and emotional storytelling. This being said, don't get too caught up with picking the perfect niche, because you don't need a plan for the next 3 years, you just need a plan for the next 3 months. If you're not sure where to find footage to practice with, you can record your own, like this, or use free stock footage sites like Pexels or Pixabay. By the end of these weeks, you should have a niche in mind and a couple of projects that reflect this style. Weeks 5 through 7, you should offer free work strategically. So now it's time to get your foot in the door and practice your skills. I want you to reach out to 2 people you'd like to work with per day. But the key here is you're not just gonna slide in their DMs with a message like this. You're going to be more strategic so that they have a hard time ignoring you. First, you're going to try and find content that they have that is relatively unedited. And what are you gonna do? You're gonna edit that content for them for free. This will allow you to practice while also showing them how you can improve their content and get them results. If you're short on time, the other option here is to watch some of their editing and record yourself telling them exactly how it could be improved and how you are the person to do that. Then, once you've done one of these two things, you'll send them an email. You might need to do some digging to find their email, but trust me, it'll be worth it because pretty much everyone reads their email, and you can keep it simple. Like, hey Gavin, I'm building my portfolio, took a stab at editing one of your clips. If you ever want help, I'm happy to chat. Simple. No begging, no please hire me, just value first. Because you don't need to convince 100 people to say yes, you just need to give 5 the chance to. Your goal in these weeks should be to land 2 to 3 small test projects or clients, get real-world feedback, and then do everything you can to over-deliver and impress them. Week 8, build a simple portfolio. So take your best work and polish it into portfolio pieces. And do not use Google Drive whatever you do. Use something like Framer or Card or Notion, and just keep it clean and simple. You don't need a portfolio full of masterpieces, you just need a few pieces that show you get it. So show your understanding of pacing, clarity, and story, not just flashy effects. And this portfolio can be updated as you progress, but it is good to build a portfolio early on so that you can just add in new work later. Weeks 9 to 10 is turning your free work into paid work. So after working with a couple of clients for a few weeks, take those first clients and ask them for video testimonials. This will confirm your quality and reliability to potential future clients. You should also try to upsell them on paid retainer packages. So go from free work with them to paid work. Now, a lot of them might say no to this, but if you found the right people at the start, then they're probably willing to pay you if you're giving them good work that is going to get them results. Then we want to reach out to similar creators and build up that momentum. And when you do these things, don't pitch yourself as an editor, pitch yourself as the person who makes their content actually work. So at this stage, you're aiming to hit your first $500 to $1,000 a month. Now, it might take longer, and that's fine. When I was starting, I didn't charge clients until 1 to 2 months after working with them because I was just afraid to. And I think a lot of other editors have the same problem. They're just not confident in their work. So don't be afraid to ask for money for your work. At the end of the day, this client probably can't do it themselves, and so they need someone to help them. So don't be afraid. If clients are happy with your work, it's likely that they're going to be happy to vouch for you too. Weeks 11 to 12 is when we're going to scale this up a little bit. So these final weeks are about building consistency and systems. Because while being a good editor might get you compliments, it's not necessarily going to land and keep clients for you. So here's what you should focus on in these weeks. First, set up a simple workflow where you're organizing footage, client requests, and version controls. At this point, we should also try and get better at the craft. So learn better tools that are going to help with things like your motion graphics or your sound design or faster editing shortcuts. These things are going to save you a ton of time and elevate your work in the process. Now, we also want to expand our outreach here. So this looks like reaching out to more potential clients so that you have a pipeline full of people who might be interested in your work. Because no matter how good you are at video editing, it doesn't really matter if you don't have clients who can actually pay you for it. And some bonus advice for you, every gig you take should either make you better, richer, or more connected. And if it's not doing one of those things, it's a distraction. I can't tell you how many times I've seen talented video editors taking super low paying gigs and just doing that over and over and over again and expecting something to change. At the start, you might need to work with clients who don't pay you much, but once you have some work under your belt and some testimonials behind you, then you can actually reach out to people who have the ability to pay you a lot better, and they're a little less picky because they trust you and your vision, whereas cheap clients are never gonna do that. I really hope this helped you out and you got something from it. Now, if you're ready to take video editing seriously as a freelancer, then you can join Editor Kickstart, where you can receive direct access to me, in-depth courses, weekly calls, resources, and a community of others who also decided to bet on themselves. The link for Editor Kickstart is in the description below. I hope you got a lot of value from this video, and if you want to see how I would learn video editing if I had to start over, then you might like this video right here.